I'm just starting my entry to the Olomana track, 3 Peaks in Hawaiian. Look at that. Here's your views. Here's the start of the trail. As it goes, we're still in the early stages of this climb. This is an old fire trail that's been heavily eroded. So that's what we're following probably until it starts rising heavily. Maybe a T intersection, who knows where, probably between private property and the way up. I've got tags this way. I was thinking, what is that noise? And here I found it. These coastal she oak with the peak in the distance that have left their coastal habitats and are now on the mountain are catching the wind and making noise. Can't believe it. I thought I'd get lucky and nothing happened. The track looks reasonably dry, but this must be this forest area here. Yeah, it's raining on me. Hope it disappears so I can get views from the peak. We got to a steep section here, but you can get through the crevice pretty easily. I'm going around this side. It rained on my initial approach at 200 meters in altitude. I'd say I'm pretty close to the top of the first peak. So it's slippery because of the rain on the surface of the rocks. It's wet. So that adds to the slipperiness. Safety, I've just turned around. Just at the top of Mount Olomana, Triple Peak. I was there yesterday. Kualia and Lanikai. Strangely, it's a bit wider at the top. Quite windy, which is going to dry out the sweat way accumulated in the forest. Looking towards Lanikai there. These are my end destinations. This is way down number 1. It's hard to fall off this point, but you can to it. This is downhill. So if you did fall at this stage, I'd say you'd get suspended in plants. I just turned off the camera, but I hope that it can pick it up. I am somewhere over the rainbow. I've made it to number 2. That looks like number 3 there. There's number 1. The same views I got before. Looks like it's clearing up maybe a little bit. This is the view up from where I came, and now we're going down here. We'll see how we go to get to the top of that one. It's quite sketchy. Getting closer. That's where I've got to go down to go up. This is the lowest point between 2 and 3. So from here, I've got to climb. The initial climb didn't look that sketchy, but at some point it is quite narrow. I won't film while I'm walking, but it's amazing how much easier it is when you get closer to the point that you thought was just a wedge. I'll point out right here, if you fall off here, there are some points, but you get trapped down there in all the canopy. Just when you thought you were there, look what I've got left. This is starting to get dodgy here, in particular this point here on either side of there. It's quite steep on either side. The steepest I've had so far. The steepness between there, the views that I can see, which are awesome, and we go back this way for the other views and part of the final climb up to there. I made it. This is the top of number 3. Ooh, catch my breath. Well, you've had these views before. This is the views from number 3. Time to sit down and relax and take it all in. Here I am, back to the first peak. Surprisingly, there was no rain. So going downhill from here is where the mud is. I can see now the trail that I took at Ridgeline going down there. Yeah, so I've climbed my peaks twice. I said I'd come back to this. This is probably the first view that you'd have as you start rising. I'm going down now. way looks really nice. Just want to point out all the ropes for the way down. Some of them are pretty crap.